We're back.
Episode 2 in Fixing Broken Lambos.
Another one!
Only this one is a Huracan.
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 Looks like the Batmobile, dude.
Huracan. That's what the Yankadoodles call them, isn't it? Huracan.
Huracan.
I don't
But
know.
they also say Hyundai.
Hyundai. And tomato.
And Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Right, I think we need to stop the American...
Why? I normally do like, what? I always do this one.
How many accents can we do today?
Yeah. That should be a video. This has been recovered to us. It is a runner, although I'm not going to run it because it makes my testicles tingle. That it shouldn't be run because the noise it makes is pretty bad.
Is it?
The complaint is it doesn't store a misfire, it doesn't bring the engine light on, but it is misfiring. It's what we would call like a soft misfire. Now V10s are buggers because they hide misfires very, very easily because they've got 10 power strokes or 10 power pulses every 720 degrees. Whereas a 4-cylinder engine, it's very obvious when you get a misfire because it's 4 power strokes or 4 power strokes every 720 degrees. So V10s and V12s are again worse, hide misfires very, very well. It does surprise me that it hasn't brought a code up for misfires, but I probably haven't run it long enough to get them to store since it's been here, because I think it has been looked at. Now, I have kind of dived in and out of it. The biggest story with this is it's owned by a chap. I love it. We've had quite a few conversations. A lovely chap called Tom, who won it on a raffle.
Oh.
It's not a bad car. It's a lovely car. It's straight. It's been well looked after. It's in amazing condition. It's done 38,000 miles. Looks a good car. We'll dig into it. But now we could have a little problem, or we could have a very, very big problem. Because in my experience, things that don't show up fault codes are normally mechanical.
And that's when it gets a little bit scary.
So if a coil goes down, normally you'll get a coil circuit fault. If an injector goes down, you'll normally get an injector circuit fault. A misfire fault or a soft misfire is normally mechanical. The complaint also told me a little bit of information, which is the left-hand bank of the inlet manifold gets extremely hot.
Okay.
So that straight away tells me something, which is that sounds like an exhaust pulse is coming back up, and mixed with the noise it makes on idle, it sounds very, very harsh, very harsh. So I think we'll push it inside.
Yep.
We'll plug it in, and then we'll probably pull the plugs out and do a compression test.
Sounds like a plan.
See what is whatting, but we'll start on bank 2. So let's get it done.
Let's do it.
Sweet. Am I at your side, Matt? Davey La.
Hello, sir.
You right?
We are now inside, shielded from the blazing sun.
I know, it's bloody warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so I've plugged VCDS in. I'll show you now.
Can I hear a radio?
A radio.
In the car?
So I've got ignition on, I've got VCDS plugged in, and we'll go through the faultings. What have we got? Parking lock, implausible signal, which is, I'll show you this now where it is on a Huracan.
Okay.
But it's obviously, because I'm not starting it, I can't get it out of park lock, because you need to have them running. So we use the emergency lift, emergency release for parking lock. So I'll show you that in a minute. I am just...
That's the one we spoke about in the buying guide, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Always make
that's
sure
it.
that's present and correct.
Present and correct.
Otherwise, you are stuffed.
What's 61,000 kilometres?
In old money?
In old's money. 37,904. Yeah. So according to the engine ECU, the mileage is correcto.
There's no clocking business involved?
No, we'll check it in. Transmission mileage, 61,000 kilometres, so it's not been... Should we check launch?
Oh, this is the one. I'm guessing...
15! Bosh, mate. Those are rookie numbers, those are. You want to pump them numbers up. What other faults we got? Instruments, control module for information electronics, which is the centre dash display. They're quite renowned for going down, and that just says signal communication intermittent, but it could be a battery voltage problem.
Yep.
CAN gateway. What have we got here? Tyre pressure is low because it's got a flat right rear tyre, which is why the tyre pressure's on. Energy management active, which is a battery charger, so I've got it on a C-Tech. Fuel tank cap and lock, short to ground. Luggage compartment light, short to ground. And fuel tank cap. So we just clear all those out. TPMS, we know what the problem is there. Auto Trans 2. Park lock, which we know about. And I think it's got to be running to do nose lift, because I can't get nose lift to go down. I don't think it'll let it go down. Well, we'll try it, see if we can do it in basic settings.
Have a look.
I don't like them being sat up all the time. Front aqua lift. Fullen is fill? I don't know, what does that do? Not a test plan in it to letting it go down. Ah well.
You gave it a go.
I gave it a go. Can't be bothered. Let's look at something else. Right, so no engine codes.
Okay.
So I think the first thing we will do is we'll do the mechanical stuff. So I'm going to pull the plugs out on the left bank. I think it's the left bank because the complaint from the customer was the left-hand side of the inlet manifold got boiling hot, like hot, multi-hand hot. So we'll have a look at that. Right, close this. But what I was going to show you is, I think we did it in the buyer's guide video, didn't we? Like that.
There we go.
Yeah, so you lift your armrest up like so. You got this little trim here, got a little thumb mark in it. So all we do is push it backwards. It's unclipped because I've unclipped it.
Yep.
So it is a bugger. Push it backwards like that.
Yeah.
And then it releases the park lock cable. Then you use this tool. So can you see the white?
I can.
And then if you watch what happens when I move it, you see it pulls it up?
Yeah.
So what it's doing there is it's pulling on a cable.
Yeah.
And that cable is attached to a little lever on top of the transmission. And then if you watch me P on my dash, can you see it?
Hang on, let me just move this way. Hold tight.
P.
There's the P.
P for piss.
Or pucker pie. Oh, on
Yeah.
to N for nudie.
Yeah. And that is it. So that's how we move them when we can't start them. And they are a bugger for it. Right, let's turn that off. Them there. My special coil tool. So that's what we use to pull the coils out.
Hang on, hold that there.
Bear with me, caller.
Another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Another Lambo engine diagnosis.
Working for free. Right. So we've started to pull the coils out. And now I have to unclip 5 bloody connectors all at the same time. And these break for shits and giggles.
Today.
Yeah, we're always replacing these on spark plug changes, ain't we, Matt?
That's a yes from Matt over there under the TTRS.
I don't think Matt knew what he was saying yes to. He was just agreeing. Yes, Buzz. You're a proud Scirocco owner this week, aren't you?
Yeah. New car, new me.
I don't think we'll pick up what he's saying, but...
That's all right. Talk shit anyway. 2.
You're 2 men down today.
We are. Mitchell is training. He's gone up to spend some time with Stanley at EcoTune.
Okay, yeah.
And Carl is off. So I'm working for a living.
Mate, it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
So how was progress with the other Huracan that we saw earlier in the week?
The one behind you on the ramp.
That one. with Joe just moving out the way. Yep. A couple of dirty great Gurret snails on the back, as they say around these parts.
Yes, that's Corey's. So we've done Pro Max clutch, uprated ring and pinion, uprated second gear, uprated circlips. This is all Dodson stuff because we're Dodson Pro dealers. Wave track diff, bolt kit, shaft bolt kit.
Yep.
And then put the gearbox, built the gearbox, put the gearbox in. And yeah, fired it up. So he's up here with his girlfriend. Oh, I can't remember what his girlfriend's called now. They've gone off for some food because he's at Supercar Fest. Is it Supercar Fest
this weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
So I think he's going off to that. So we'll get it sorted, but we've all pulled some late nights this week to get it sorted for him. Because that's what we do.
That is what you do.
Make people's dreams come true. Yeah, so I've got, so we've got that one built. Matt done some training this week with Dodson. So Lee from Dodson came down. This week, last week? Last week.
Didn't it? Yeah. It all merges into 1 week here, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I gauge my weeks by how many bottles of rum I have drunk.
What are we up to now, sir?
Oh, I've been good this week.
You've been good.
It's race week next week, isn't it?
Just the 3.
Yeah.
The rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
Ow.
Yeah, race week next week.
It is. So I should have been at BSB today because George is in Stock Thousands. So he's
fair
debuting
play.
in Stock Thousands this weekend. And I promised him I would go and look after him. And I broke my promise.
Dude.
Because I had to get Corey's car done. So I'm gutted because he was flying.
Yeah.
So he was 20th this morning. First time he's ever been in Stock Thousands.
It's going to be a good weekend as weather-wise as well. by the looks of it.
It's supposed to be because they turned up yesterday, mate, and it was absolutely passing down.
Mate, so I was on the M5 coming back from Leicester yesterday, went under this black cloud and all hell broke loose. It was literally standing water everywhere.
What is that?
And I saw this modified Toyota MR2. It was MRS, isn't it? The later one. I looked at it, I thought, that looks familiar. I pulled up behind it and it got larder mud flaps and it got crazy stickers all over it. Pulled up next to it, ran the window down. The window on that came down. It was like, all right, mate. And it was my old mate Stav from Redline.
No way.
Yeah. So we were like bombing along, aquaplaning on the M5, chatting about cars.
All right, I'll give you a ring.
We'll have to catch up with him because it's got a...
He's mad, isn't he, that Stav? Yeah.
Well, he always was, and fair play, he still is. And it's got a 500 plus brake 180 in it. That little Toyota.
Yeah.
So we're quite good to go and have a look around it.
We should get him to come to our track day.
That's not a bad idea, is it?
We should message him.
I'll give him a shout. And also check out his channel as well, StavTech. He does some proper out there stuff on there. And he's not afraid to say what he thinks either, which I really like.
Yeah. More people need to do that.
Not that you say that ever.
Eh? No. Yes.
So,
well, odd spark plugs for starters, so we're going in the right direction.
okay.
I've got an Iridium in one, a VWG plug in another.
It's a mix and match.
Mix and match.
So how different is this to the engine that's in the Gallardo that we diagnosed? We diagnosed.
We diagnosed. Yeah,
Sorry,
you did a great job there, Dav.
Well, I just stood there with a camera.
Yeah. Completely different.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a 5 litre. And this is a 5.2. So this is a Gen 2 engine.
Indeed.
Gen 2 R8. So compared to a 5 litre, this is an odd fire engine, and the 5 litre is an even fire engine, so it's got a split pin crank.
Yep.
So which is why they sound different.
Yeah.
But yeah, different. People go, oh yeah, this is just a new generation. No, it shares the same principles as the 5 litre engine, as in that it's a V10, and that is it.
And that is it.
Yeah. All right.
And the eagle-eyed viewers may notice that you have... Yeah, thanks for that. I've captured all that. The eagle-eyed viewers who were a little bit worried about car bodywork will notice, look, a lovely microfiber towel.
Yeah. This car's clean.
Exactly. Hey?
Yeah. Can't beat armchair technicians.
Yeah.
I hold them in the same disdain as I hold armchair racers.
Armchair racing.
Yeah, there's always someone who sits at home, never been on track before, and can tell you, fucking go faster.
I'll tell you what, I've actually seen an armchair race at Santapod.
Have you?
Somebody's put an engine...
Well, no, matey did, didn't he? He was a fucking big head guy out of Wheeler Dealers. not the dude that bought shit, the one that had to fix it. What was his name?
The lanky one?
Yeah, Ed China.
Ed.
Yeah. Ed's mint. But like he put an engine in a shed and stuff, didn't he?
But it was
three different types of plugs in that.
Look at that.
That is an absolute
shitstorm.
I like that. Right.
There we go, look.
So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect the coils on this side, but I'm not going to take the plugs out.
Yep.
Because like I said, I think the problem is on that side.
The left bank. Right, we won't say what you just said.
Well, I didn't say anything wrong. Just said things people don't like to hear.
Sometimes they need to be told.
When did that become a me problem, though? If I say something you don't like, why is that a me problem?
Because we're full of snowflakes now.
I believe it's called woke.
Did they all come from Wokingham? It pisses me off.
Yeah.
The only thing that pisses me off more is teaching kids that it's all right just taking part. No, we're there to win.
There we go, you see.
Do you know what a winner is? Do you know what a winner is? A loser that just kept fucking trying.
There you go. That is a great quote.
Mate, honestly, it pisses me off. Yeah, don't, like... It's funny, right? Because my middle one, Jack, is exactly like me for that. He turns up to win. And like Sundays, if he lost football game, I teach him to be, he's a good sport.
Yep.
It was never about he would be disrespectful.
Yep.
But losing would bother him.
Yeah.
Right? So he'd, especially when he was like 6 and 7 and he'd go to tournaments and they don't celebrate the winner, they don't keep score. Mate, ask him if he kept any of them trophies.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. That was the same at my boys' rugby as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Could you imagine going... Do you know what racing is without winners? Track days. Isn't it?
It's
like,
true.
Honestly, I think if you turned around to me and said, you can't race anymore, you're only allowed to do track days, I think I'd jack it in.
I'm going to go for an arty shot through the rear wing. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look at
Ow! That really hurt.
that. Look at that. I've lost you. Where have you gone?
Oh, right. So I've got all the odd plugs out. I don't mean odd as in, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. As in the odd plugs out.
Odd makes and
as in
models.
none of the same.
Yes.
What have we got?
Go on, let's look at the...
We have got a PFR 7S 8EG NGKR. We've got a VWAG NGK. Got 3 of them the same. And then we've got an NGKR BKR 9EIX, which is what we run on the turbos. So they can all do that. Right, compression tester. Someone's bent the heat shield. This is going to annoy me. I need to straighten all this out.
You need to straighten him out, son.
Hopefully drive it down.
So, right, do you want to be my cranking over guy?
Cranker.
Make sure you put your foot on the...
Brake.
Well, yeah. Full throttle, please.
So it doesn't fire.
It won't fire, coils are off.
Cool.
The coils are off and the crank sensor's off. So no fuelings.
No fuel.
No fuelings. Watch it start now and I'm like, how is that starting?
It's voodoo.
Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop! 140, 140. So it's not, they are slightly low, but it's not warm, and I haven't oiled the balls. But at the minute, I just want to make sure they're balanced.
Yeah.
Which will give us an indication of where el problema lies, or if we have a mechanical problem. If all 5 of these are even, then back to the drawing board, Dabbler. Right, Matthew, hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I do. 140. Matt, do you want to go and get a jump pack, mate? My CTEC isn't amp heavy enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The other hot topic. Have you seen that Shane Byrne is suing MSVR, who owns Snetterton? They're basically suing British Superbikes for his crash.
I haven't seen that, no.
I've not seen that.
How does that work then?
Because he says they didn't put ample protection on the circuit. And that's what led to his injuries. Now, I like Shane. I think he is the best British superbike rider there's ever been. But I have a real problem with making motorsport litigious.
Yeah.
I think that opens a...
It's a little bit American.
It opens a lot of doors we can't shut again.
Yep.
Ready when you are.
Hit it. We're on number 8. That's a good thing about YouTube videos. Stop. Stop.
It did nothing.
That's a problem, Matthew. 8 has 0. Right, I'm going to do the others. My gauge is on. I haven't made a mistake there. My gauge is on.
There's your issue.
Well, thanks for that.
It's all right.
Well diagnosed, sir.
Yeah. Actually, the snap-on gauge diagnosed it. You just interpreted the data.
Or was it data?
Data.
Wasn't he out of Star Trek?
He was a blind guy, wasn't he, with his fingers on his eyes.
What?
When you plugged in, did it?
No, Data was the robot. What was the guy
robot,
called?
wasn't he? Yeah.
What was the guy called with the thingy on? Right, go on then. This is
Dave.
9. Dave.
Dave. Driver.
Driver Dave. Could he... Go on, mate. All right, here we go. Start. 140.
Oh, squeaky.
Does that, Dave, tell you what illegal trades to do? I mean, trades to do as well. Have you seen 9 of them have gone to court?
No.
There's 9 influencers. It was one of them knobheads from, what's that island they go on where they gay each other up or whatever it is? Yeah. I don't watch it either. I've got a life. That's a dig at Jordan because Jordan always watches Love Island. Yeah. There's like 9 of them apparently, right? Influencers. I fucking hate that term anyway. What do they influence? Nothing, right? Being popular does not make you an influencer. Pisses me off being called that. Yeah. They backed like an investment scheme.
Yeah.
That people bought into that was illegal. Like,
right.
wasn't approved.
Fully, unregulated.
Yeah. Like, they're being taken to court now. This is a problem, see? They're all thick as shit, tan buddies, and then they go, oh, yeah, you should put your money in here, and they ain't got a fucking clue.
I will have to bleep a lot of swearing in
you
this
are
one.
today, ain't you? Go on then, mate. Number 10. Yeah, got compression there. Go on then, stop it. My booster's having a hard time, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go back to 8 to make sure we didn't make a mistake. Yeah, it was in the news the other day. I heard about it. They, it's a group of different ones. I just heard that one of them was like Love Island or something, and they basically promoted a one of these financial or sort of investment schemes, or like a financial scheme, and it turns out that it's fucking illegal.
Whoops.
Right, let's do 8 again then. I didn't make mistakes because I never do, but this is going to be 0. Yeah, hit it. Nothing. Go on, stop it.
I think it was stopping itself then.
Yeah. Just turn it off, mate. C-Tech back on it. Right, so we have a problem on 8, Davla.
Oh.
I need to get a camera.
Here we go.
Okay, so I have a very good, this is my, once again, snap-on camera. All right. So we're going to go down inside 8 and see what we can see.
Going into the depths.
Stick it in the hole. Can't get it in. See what Kate complains about now.
That's the one. That's the one that you told about and have to rewind. Ooh.
Okay. Piston looks all right. It's a bit wet, but if it's been misfiring, then that's fine. So let us go to side view. Right, so bearing in mind now, we're looking, that's the injector. Yeah, so we're looking up, the camera is facing the other side of the car, mate. So what we're going to do is, that's major thrust. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So that looks clean as a whistle. Right, so we're going to come back up, we're going to look at valves. Right, so we know, oh, what's happened here?
There's the valve.
Yeah. So there's 1, there's 2, right? So they are ever so slightly open. Yeah, both are ever so slightly open on the inlet. So I'm going to now turn. I think that might be our problem, Dav.
Go on.
Well, I've got 2 inlet valves slightly open. I've got 1 exhaust valve closed. Oh, piss off, Ross. And 1 exhaust valve open. Look, so that's the exhaust valve closest to the front of the car.
Yeah.
And that's the exhaust valve closest to the back of the car.
Ew, there's a discrepancy.
I got a valve open, mate.
Big problem.
I have 3 valves open. Right. Well, that's what's wrong. I don't know how I feel about this now because I bought this car.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Obviously, like we said at the start of the video, Matt's just excited because he wants to drive it.
My new company car.
However,
This thing's going to Mexico.
Not without snails on it, ain't. Yeah, chatting to the owner, Tom, he didn't like the risk. So he obviously won it on a raffle. I don't know how much damage is done inside the ball under the piston. So we're going to have the engine out. I know it's definitely done valve damage. I don't know whether it's damaged the top of the head. I don't know whether it has impacted the piston, and if it has impacted the piston, whether then that has knocked onto the rod bearing, because if anything's hit the piston, you've got to have the piston out. And I was chatting through the options with him, and he decided that it wasn't to his taste. So because he won it on a raffle, the car owed him 20 quid. So he's got out at a deal we're both happy with, and I've taken the liability on. So, yeah.
so how do you feel now that you've traced the part of the issue?
Well, I mean, people sat at home, because I obviously wouldn't have bought it not knowing. So people sat at home have obviously sat there and gone, well, you found that problem very quickly, didn't you? Yeah, we kind of know. And Dav and I have sort of staged this a little bit to introduce you to it. Because when I found it, when we found the problem, it was obviously going to be report back to their client, tell them that we didn't know this was going to take this sort of crazy turn, and it's taken 2 weeks to line it all up and make it work. And obviously, you know, make sure Kate's on board and that sort of thing. Make sure Tom's happy. You know, it's a mutual deal. So, yeah. Up until we pulled it out of the corner, I wasn't bothered. It was just sat in the corner, and I was kind of like, "Oh, yeah, it's all right."
I've bought a Lambo.
And then now I pushed it out, and I'm like, "This is fucking cool.
Yeah.
This is cool."
You now own a Lamborghini.
My first Lamborghini.
My first Lambo. Sounds like a
Fisher Price
Price.
toy. My first Lambo. So we're gonna, Corey's is gonna come off, and this is going straight in the hole.
So that's there. And this is this going to be a series?
Yeah, I think we'll make it into a series, won't we? It's going to be hard and fast.
Yeah.
Exactly how she likes it.
Around on this.
Yeah, I don't want it sat up on a ramp for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
So have you already got somebody working on something special for it?
No, I'm not putting turbos on it.
He says.
Don't. Don't. Because it would turn into that, wouldn't it? Hang a pair of turbos off the back of it. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Let us know in the comments.
I do want to, but I don't want to.
Let us know in the comments what you think Rick should do.
Don't, because I got a MoTeC kit already.
Yeah, I think leave it as it is, because we're going on our trip.
Our trip. Oh, look at this. No, yeah. We're going to Nürburgring. Matt's like that. I can definitely do a 6-minute lap in this.
I would leave it as it is, enjoy it for this summer, and then over the winter if you want to go crazy.
No, it'd be gone by then. It'd be gone by then because this little curveball has come at a time when I'm trying to sort something else out for the business as well, which is another video. But this is too good an opportunity to miss.
And it's a cool thing to have for a while, isn't it?
Yeah. Do summer in it.
Yeah.
Or it'll turn into a noble. And this is what it cannot do. It cannot become that.
It's not going to happen.
No, it cannot happen. So it has to get sorted.
It's going to be in, out, quick fix.
Yeah, get it
Enjoy
done.
it.
Yeah, I got engine, I got a spare block, I got spare
I don't think it'd be that
pistons. I hope not, but you know what it's like until we've got it apart and seen. I don't know. I can't take the risk.
Genuinely, this is a gamble. Still.
Yeah.
With all of the knowledge.
As a minimum, right now, it's going to have a full set of valves, full set of springs, cut the seats. Then I need to decide whether I think the bottom end has major damage or not. The risk is I get it apart and it's hit the piston, then it's going to be a piston, a full set of rods, and a full engine build. And then if I'm having it out to do rods, I'm doing bearings, they're now 60 quid a bearing, and there's 6 uppers, 6 lowers, there's 20 rod bearings at 70 quid each. You know, a set of rods is 2.5 grand.
You've got to be a bit sensible with it, ain't you?
Yeah, I mean, well, this is what I worked it out. Worst case, this could turn into a 30 grand fix. With the labour and that's what I was discussing with the owner. Worst case, you can easily get into that because there is a massive gamble on this. I'm fairly confident I'm on the right side of it.
But there's risk with that.
The noble mate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was fairly confident that was going to be welder front onto that and we were going to be away and cooking.
Very true.
And what I absolutely bought was a heap of fucking ignored shit.
Yeah.
But we live by the sword, die by the sword. Do you know what I mean? The Golf was mint, Kate's A4 was mint, the RS6 was mint until it needed an oil pump and, you know. Yes, so people would have noticed that the RS4s disappeared out of the car park, and that was part of having to move stuff around quickly. So the RS4 is gone.
Been replaced by a Raging Bull.
The cool thing is that's gone to a chap called Luke, and he's going to build it, and his wife's going to go into it, or his girlfriend's going to go into it. So yeah, it went to a good home. And again, at a deal we were both happy with, so. Right, mate.
So, on that bombshell, as somebody would say.
On that bombshell, I own a Lambo. I wonder if I've got any carbon airboxes upstairs.
And so it begins.
Oh, don't. I've definitely got a set of turbos. I've definitely got a MoTeC kit. I got a fully built Dodson gearbox over there.
Oh, my life. Here we go.
But what I do need is a set of stock Lambo wheels.
Yeah, 100% wheels.
So if anyone wants to do a deal on the wheels, they're 21 rears.
Any fancy wheels?
No, I want stock wheels.
Nah, more like an OZ racing wheel. That's what I need.
Oh, yeah, like a GT3 wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Centre locks.
No, not centre locks.
We looked at that, and then like to do centre locks, we were like, yeah, let's put perf centre locks on it. And then it was like, then you need the hubs.
Yeah, it's too much.
I have got a centre lock torque wrench though.
Just move
so
a little
I'm
bit
halfway
closer so we can pick up the man.
Yeah, torque wrench and a hub's a different
there. Yeah.
thing.
So if anyone's got perf wheels,
Yeah, genuine puff wheels, not the hookies.
And this is on projects at the moment, isn't it?
yeah,
Or if anyone wants to buy these wheels as well,
Yeah.
give us a shout.
because I would prefer Gen 2 20s than those, the black ones, R8 wheels. I have got a set of R8 19s up on a roof, but I don't want to use them.
Nah, they've got to be 20s.
But 19s would be cool on a track day. I just need to find another wheel because the tyre choice is better, isn't it?
So now it's a track car.
No, it's not a track car. It's not a track car. I just need decent tyres for our track day in 2
Yep.
weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
That is basically, that's the in and out of it. Our Castle Quim track day is on the 30th, and I want this there.
Nothing like a deadline to focus the mind, sir.
Everyone else's cars are ready, bar mine. Carl's ready, Mitch is ready. Mine should be ready,
So
so it's just you.
it's just me. You watch now, they'll all want holiday, and I'm left driving a Golf round. So, right,
Okay.
on that bombshell, can't say that, it's copyright. Let me know what I did wrong. I bought a Lambo.
You bought a broken Lambo.
No. I bought a broken Lambo. Yeah. And we'll see you next week. You're up Monday, aren't you? And then you go on holiday.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll do a couple of videos all in one hit. Right. Break.
So, dude.
Laters. Boop.